Companies are based in Bangalore. These are in Pune. These are in Kochi. These are in Dehradun, Delhi.
Hi everyone, Jai Hind, Jai Bharat, Jai Mata Di. Welcome to Merchant Navy Decoded YouTube channel. Another fine day for Ship to Shore series with Captain Rana. And today's video is very important for deck officers, those who want to quit sailing and come to shore, because we are going to cover a very important topic about vessel routing. There are a lot of opportunities for deck officers who want to go for vessel routing. So we are going to talk about number one is opportunities. Number two, what kind of skills are required. Number three is upskill. What kind of skills you need, where you can upskill and so that you can join. Fourth is how much is the salary that you can expect, how to apply, and last is what to expect. So without wasting any time, welcome sir, welcome to another episode of Ship to Shore series. Thank you very much for coming.
Thanks, Praneeth. Always a pleasure to talk to you. And starting on this vessel routing. Now, essentially, why is it required? What was happening is that a second officer, a master were doing the route planning on their own, right? And basis their experience, basis what they have learned over the years, and basis the weather interpretation of the weather reports. Now, what has happened is, and this has happened, say, it's been happening since about 15, 20 years back, but now it is happening in a more structured manner, and wherein companies are providing support to the ship staff on the best way to route a vessel, right? What happens when you route a vessel in a better way? You are able to save on fuel cost, and which is the one of the highest cost categories on a vessel, right? OPEX for a vessel. So even if you save half a day of fuel cost, it means a lot. The entire service cost will be recovered. So that's what these guys as a vessel router will do. Now, ideally, who would be a vessel router and who could grow is someone who has had a command experience for a substantial period of time, and who has routed the vessels himself. So they will then be able to advise the masters or second officers on the vessel on how to do the routing, right? Nevertheless, that's the ideal, but there are enough and more opportunities for second officers as well. So basically, if you are, a second officer who has done routing, you can come as an assistant voyage router. You can assist the masters and then slowly grow with it, because you don't just require routing advice. You also require knowledge of technology. You also require liaising, coordination. You also require commercial understanding, which all of these things you don't need to be a master, right? And that's where you can second officer can chip in. Lot of companies which are offering these services are now doing it from India, and it's not just in Mumbai like it is for most of the other jobs. These companies are based in Bangalore. These are in Pune. These are in Kochi. These are in Dehradun, Delhi. So all these places, these companies are there, and you can actually get employed. Now coming to the salary part of it, right? Now as a second officer, you start at probably 8 to 10 lakhs, but I have seen at least 3 or 4 second officers who have gone from 8 to 10 to 20 within 3 years, right? So this is 20 LPA, lakhs per annum, and which is a fairly decent salary, honestly. And then over and above, you get bonuses and incentives. As a master, if you start over here, typical salaries are around 33 to 36 in this. But sometimes in some companies, you may need to work in shifts. So that's maybe just one downside of it. So some companies have this policy of, 1 month a year, you work in the evening shift or the night shift, because if, in case anything happens, you should be able to attend to it. It's not a very high pressure job. I won't say it's a very relaxed job as well, but it's a decent job. You get a very good work-life balance as well, and good. It's a mostly it's an individual contributor role. So आप अपने काम से काम रखो, and you'll do fairly well over here. Yeah. Anything else on this, Pradeep?
So, sir, let's talk about the skills required. So, you talked about you need to know vessel routing, fine. But anything you're missing on the upskilling part or the skills part, please?
Right. No, I think for masters who are planning for this, I think major skill is their vessel handling skills, right? While they were sailing, their interpretation of weather reports, right? So if you've done any course on, understanding of weather reports, and there are a few available, which you can do for free. So if you've done anything of that sort, that will help. Second is if you have done any short-term courses on commercial, because at the end of the day, you have to show that commercial benefit as well. So any commercial intent or any commercial courses would also help. But for masters, it's basically your own navigation skills. A little bit of technology skills for master would help, not very much required though. But as a junior, so as a second officer, if you're planning to get into this, technology skills, right? Technology skills in the sense of you get hordes of data processing skills, right? And data processing, analyzing, and making meaningful information out of it. Those are the key things which are required over here. A little bit of commercial is okay, not so important, but data analysis is very important.
So, sir, from where can these people do these courses? Like, is it Udemy, or from where can these courses be done?
Right. So I think what I would encourage is that you take up free courses from Udemy, from there are these other aggregating platforms. So they have enough and more free courses. And start with the basic, advanced Excel kind of a course, and then move on. Once you understand that you have an interest in it, then there are enough and more courses. So one is Udemy, and also I missed to mention, and I'll probably share the link also. There is a government website, and they are promoting these free skills. I'd shared it sometime back as well, and I'll share it with you, Praneeth. So we can have that link also shared, wherein government is telling you that you do it from here, and they have built these courses in association with NASCOM and other players. So that's also something which you could look at.
Great. So that link will be in the description box as well in the comment section. Fine, sir. How to apply now? This is another thing. So there's a second officer captain who wants to go for this vessel routing thing. How to apply? Where to apply?
Right. No, so I think two places essentially. If you have shortlisted the companies, then apply directly to the companies. Otherwise, there are placement consultants whom you could apply, because they would have a far wider reach and they know when the opening comes. So they might be able to help you with it. Only thing is, have a good CV before you apply. A good professional CV. That's very important.
And a good LinkedIn profile would also help, I would suggest.
Yes.
So that is important, guys. And what can they expect over here? Like, one thing was, you said, okay, this is the salary that you can expect. Downside was, okay, you might have to work at shifts at the night as well. Suddenly the salary coming down is a part, but if you can get a job in Dehradun, that would be great. If you're from Dehradun, if you're from Bangalore, getting a job in Bangalore. Anything else coming up, or that's it, sir?
No, I think that's pretty much it. And you probably get bonuses, incentives as well over and above, but that's unwritten. That's that's not confirmed.
Okay, with this, guys, Jai Hind, Jai Bharat, Jai Mata Di. Thank you very much, sir, for this valuable video. Let's connect in the next video. Thank you very much. Jai Mata Di. Hi, if you are a marine engineer or a deck officer who is looking to quit sailing, I think so this video has been of some help. And if you want all details of how to successfully transition from ship to shore for deck side or for engine side, then we have made this complete course free of cost, informative course for you guys on Merchant Navy Decoded. The link is in the description box as well as in the pinned comment. So if you're a marine engineer, you have a different section, different course, and if you're a deck officer, there's a different course for you for successfully transitioning from ship to shore. So please go ahead, do that course, get all the information. If you've got any query, contact Team Merchant Navy Decoded. We will help you, guide you to make welcome changes and become successful. Thank you. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat, Jai Mata Di.